Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the cheeky live stream, number 158, a place where the brief is to be excellent to each other. We're basically going to have a chat. We're going to have a cheeky chat, aren't we, mates? Aren't we? Yes, I think we are. Oh, it's getting mad hot. I need to get another dehumidifier because my single dehumidifier is spluttering and choking, trying to keep up with the apex of Japanese summer. We've got to do something about that. Oh yes, we do. How's everyone doing? Hope you lot are well. We might play some Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers in a little bit, but I thought we'd just have a little cheeky live stream because why not? It's getting mad hot. I feel a bit dirty. I closed the blinds. I shouldn't do that.
Familiog says, and yeah bro, it's for sure to police the people.
How could it be anything else? How could it be anything else? Ah! Woo! Feeling it after the gym yesterday.
Amiga says ultrasound is a great song to work out with.
Is it? Cheers, mate. Yeah, the chorus is going to get you hyped. Big time. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Amiga says, I was doing that earlier, lol.
Fuck, it's so hot in here, man. Shit, this is too much wearing a t-shirt. I got a rep. Familiog, how you doing, bruv? There's loads of mad news though, bruv. There's absolutely tons and tons of things going on. We should probably have a look through the news, right? Shall we? Yeah, I think we should. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Familiog says they always do this under some sort of emotional point. It's easy to manipulate people by doing so. Zlenomega says, I bought Fallen Feathers yesterday.
It's fucking good, right? It's way better than Wukong already. It's really decent. Whole lot of mercy. Dude, there's so much crazy news going on at the moment. There is an absolute metric ton. There's a metric ton. Trump went to the UK and it just made UK people sad because Trump's doing everything that the UK needs to do and he just did it all within a year.
Says, yeah, I just wish I could jump, lol.
Yeah, me too, totally. And then Keir Starmer just does this weird thing in the UK where regardless of who you vote for, he says, I'm going to try to do what the people wanted and asked, and we need to do this. But it's just, he's not doing it, and he's just overseeing the opposite of that. It's dystopian, and it just makes people conspiratorial. We voted for the opposite. We didn't want mass migration. You're saying we're going to stop the boats, but you're not. And then when you announced your plan, it was to get rid of one refugee and then take another one legally. So stop it, dude. Trump just goes, we've got none next to Starmer. And Starmer, he looks like this beta male, like very cowardly. And Trump just looks, his body language just exuding confidence and success. It's just amazing to see Trump in the UK making the UK look like absolute foolia. Let's have a look at Trump talking over Keir Starmer and making Keir Starmer look like a fool on his visit to the UK.
You mentioned Canada. I think you're trying.
You mentioned Canada. My name is Keir Starmer, and I'm really nasal. And some people really, when they want to talk about some things, you mention this and this is not a real fucking person, man.
To find a divide between us that doesn't exist. We're the closest of nations, and we had very good discussions today, but we didn't discuss Canada.
Thank you. Please. Go ahead. Go ahead, yes.
He says, listen up, just boss Starmer. Absolutely love that. The Trumpster. Trump. Okay, so Here Trump says Aberdeen in Scotland is home to some of the ugliest windmills you've ever seen. It's not his fault, Starmer's fault, but you're paying in Scotland and the UK massive subsidies to have these ugly monsters all over the place, like crushing Labour's green energy policy in front of the guy who's presiding over it like an absolute boss. This must make English people so depressed. Absolutely crazy. Here Trump is asked about the migrant invasion of the UK. He stops Prime Minister Starmer from Starmer stops mumbling, pretending he's trying to stop the invasion. Trump cuts him off and says the boats are filled with bad people who've been rejected from other countries. Look at this, to Starmer's face.
Crisis, Mr. President. How would you deal with it? What's your advice on dealing with the small boats crisis in this country? The small boats
It's
crisis.
about the boats coming over the channel, so we're taking a lot of action to stop people coming over the channel who shouldn't be here, stopping them coming in the first place.
Well,
and then
look,
returning them
immigration
when we
is
can.
a big factor, and I think, frankly, if they're coming from other countries and you don't know who they are, and are they coming from prisons? We have them where they came in from prisons. We're moving them all out. We had a border last June, just recent, last month. We had 0 people come into the country, 0, other than coming through legal means. If you're stopping immigration and stopping the wrong people, I give my hats are off to you. You're doing not a good thing. You're doing a fantastic thing. So I know nothing about the boats. But if the boats are loaded up with bad people, and they usually are, because, other countries don't send their best. They send people that they don't want. And they're not stupid people. And they send the people that they don't want. And I've heard that you've taken a much stronger stance on immigration.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work stopping them coming. We just signed an agreement.
Yeah, we've done all the work stopping them coming. We've had a record amount of crossings. They just won't stop it. We need someone like Trump in the UK. Big time. So here's Trump and Starmer together.
The president makes it look easy dealing with illegal migration. You must be envious of his record in such a short period of time.
Well, I think we've been discussing illegal migration is a huge issue in both of our countries. In the United Kingdom, it is a real cause for concern, and that's why we must bear down on it.
What are you talking about? So the interviewer basically saying like he must look a bit shitty because Trump stopped the migration, he didn't, and then yeah, but it, okay. So instead of saying yeah, we've stopped it immediately, we've sent the Royal Navy out to the coast. Anyone who arrives is immediately getting offshore processing. We've left the ECHR, and we've got it down to 0 crossings. He says, oh well, it's a major issue, and it's something that's very pressing and. What's happened in the UK is everything's fake in the everything's fake in the UK. Rupert Lowe, who's basically the only proper opposition politician in Parliament, says Trump cares more about the British people than Starmer ever will. Quite incredible. So Trump in the UK just making people in the UK depressed, wishing that Trump was their president or prime minister, obviously. The Trumpster came to the UK. That was quite cool. The Trumpster. Keir Starmer said he's not censoring anyone, right? Listen to this.
To censor your site, state-mandated powers.
censor my site?
To censor your site and Twitter.
So he's saying the online safety bill could actually censor Trump's site, and it will do, because you're going to need a face scan to use it.
And Facebook. I mean, Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. Will you please uncensor my site?
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've
Not censoring anyone.
got some measures which are there to protect.
If you say something online that could be deemed as harmful, which is whatever they say is harmful, which could be anything against their narrative, 2 years in jail.
In particular from sites like suicide sites. We've had too many cases in the United Kingdom of...
Anyway, can't even hear what the Foulier is saying. Yeah, Trump visited the UK and it was fun.
Zlen Omega says not that hard of a nut to crack lol. Independent Many United says, but Trump is considering amnesty for illegal immigrants. He's also pushing for Imran tracking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to do that, though, with like millions, because he knows it will lose the Republican Party power. Look at this craziness, right? In Japan, Sanseito, the third most popular party, which made massive gains recently, has drafted a constitution that would restore power to the emperor. So, like, that's basically no democracy anymore. Replace individual rights with national duties and restrict foreigners from long-term residency, land ownership, and welfare benefits. Right? I don't take any welfare, so it doesn't matter. I don't own any land, but I mean, it's a small price to pay to be in a country where there's no crime. And restrict me from long-term residency. That would be bad for me. But I don't know, mate. If that happens, fuck it. I have to leave. But I don't fucking blame them. I don't blame them because they want to stop all the refugees and thing. So Japan getting hardcore. This is like the extreme of the right wing, though, where there's no democracy, just an emperor. That's got to be BS. That it's just an emperor. There's nobody would vote for that. And replace individual rights with national duties. Let's see. Let's use Grok. Is this true? Got to be clickbait. The Sanseito Party. A new constitution reflecting the values of Japanese citizens. This is true. The proposed constitution's emphasis on the emperor, national duties, and anti-foreigner policies combined with the rising sun strongly indicates ultra-nationalism. What? So they want permanent one-party rule with a monarchy. Based on the information on the X post, let's analyze whether this is true. It's going from Wikipedia, which is just like, it's a left-wing screed. It likely means reinstating a more active monarchical role when the emperor was nominal head of state with significant cultural and symbolic authority. The X post doesn't specify the extent of this power. There's no way that, like, nobody would vote for a king, so that can't be correct. Does it want one-party rule? The X post doesn't explicitly mention one-party rule. Yes, it does. It says restore power to the emperor. The emperor has complete rule. Okay, yeah, so I don't know how much of that is true, but it's quite interesting, though. Quite interesting. I'm knackered. I am knackered. Oof. Did some deadlifts yesterday. Don't usually do that, but I've got to protect my hamstrings because I've got legs feeling like they might give way to injury in the last month or so after a lot of training. So just doing some leg strengthening and, oh man, feeling it in the glute, which means my bottom, especially the hamstrings, which is good. That's the target area I want to fix, but feeling it a little bit today. Got the bruv emoji from Edward Johnstone. What's up, Edward? What is up, mate? And it's been fun, like refeeding on carbs the last 3 weeks after solo carbs for 3 months. So I was eating a lot because I was feeling faint for some time. And now, pulling back on the carbs a bit, I want the mango, but I can't keep smashing the mango. I smashed it until I had chopped up the liver and the muscles with glycogen. But now I can't smash. I had a shake this morning. Dude, I was eating recently a shake, 500 grams of mango. You can imagine how tasty this is. 500 grams of mango, 150 grams of whey powder, thicken it up, pure whey powder, just raw. No sweeteners. The sweetness comes from the mango. 450 mils of Japanese milk, full fat. And this is for someone who doesn't eat sweets, right? So this is a dream. And 390 milligrams of coffee. 390 milligrams, isn't it? Bruv, that's what I was eating. Then I'd eat another 500 gram bag of mango after that. Now,
Many United says, did you reach your 6-pack goal?
kind of, but not like 100%. Like, I got 90% of the way. and then just felt like, fuck, I just can't be asked this. It's not even about the six pack anymore. It's just about being healthy and just having low body fat and just being lean. And now I got rid of the mango, replaced it with berries, which are much more low glycemic but don't have that sweetness. And I had to replace the milk today with almond milk. Mate, that is not tasty. So it was whey powder with almond milk and berries. It was okay, but it's going to take some getting used to. It doesn't get me out of bed in the morning like the mango milkshake used to. Jesus Christ. Bro, 500 grams of mango. There's very few things in life better than that. 500 grams of mango, just raw. Isn't that heaven? Absolute heaven. Mango is delicious. What country does mango come from?
United says, good call. And yum mango.
Mango. See, mango, you know that fruit's got to be nice because the good fruits, they try to protect themselves from people who are trying to eat them. The whole stone is just off-putting, right? That stone, you can't just pop it out. It takes off lots of the flesh. It's annoying. So if somebody's processed it and cut it into a bag of frozen fruit, Lord of mercy. Shall I just be naughty and get a 500-gram bag of mango? I don't think I should. I've got to be disciplined. 2 weeks, got to be a bit disciplined. And now just get back to fat adaptation. But whole lot of mercy. I do like mango. I've hit all my calories for today. It's only 4:43 p.m. What am I going to do, bruv? That's it? Okay. I'm not going to eat any more today. Tomorrow I do a hard hour run and then I can eat after that. And even then it's not going to be my sexy second wife, Mrs. Mango. Oh, Lord of mercy. Baby, I miss you already. I miss you, Miss Mango. I want a date with Miss Mango. Straight out the freezer, baby. Okay, need to stop thinking of food. I could have an appetite suppressant, a coffee, but I've had 3 already, including 1 in the shake. That's too many. It's too many. That's over 1,000 milligrams of caffeine? Nah. It's about 600 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah. It's too much, right? Can I have another coffee? What are the other appetite suppressants that aren't Class A narcotics? Cigar. Do you know what? I'm done with cigars. It was fun for a while, but the last one I had, I realized, man, this is fucking disgusting, dude. This is a fucking disgusting habit. Nothing good can come from that. Once in a while, when people like the Trumpster win an election, break that shit out. But seriously, once in a while. Seriously, so it can't even make a dent in your health. Can't be doing that. Simply can't. But I feel like I'm attached to this chair, like some kind of nautical limpet on the side of a shipwreck. Oh God. Can't get off my chair, even if I was allowed to have a bit of mango. We were playing some video games recently. We were playing Silent Hill 2, the original on PlayStation 2. That game is overrated. People look at it through nostalgic rose-tinted glasses. The gameplay is non-existent. There's so much backtracking and just walking between rooms, exploring every single room, not knowing which one to go to. Not much variation in enemies. Ridiculous script. Plot is okay, but it's very, very depressing and nihilistic. The kind of people who love the plot of Silent Hill, like those terrible books like The Stranger.
Like some kind of nautical limpet.
As opposed to the what's the opposite of nautical? Territorial? Oh, what's up, Tomorrow V? How you doing, mate? Would you consider becoming a paying member? It will only cost you $5 a month and you get text to speech. We would love to invite you into the official MassacreMate family. TM. Whole lot of mercy.
Glenn Omega says, what's your favorite Back to the Future film?
1 by miles every day. It was categorically the best one.
Terrestrial
limpets. Oh man, we got some big brains in the comments, and I'm not exaggerating. What's up, Chase Truck? You're not new here, right? I keep thinking you're new, but you're not. Mate, look, I go barefoot. Whole lardy. Terrestrial. We keep it international.
Zlenomiga says, yeah, I agree 200%.
So, mate, what we doing today? Oh my god. Are we gonna play some Fallen Feathers? Is that what we're gonna do? Oof. Summertime, summertime. Do you know what I want to do is make a tier list of Streets of Rage music with the best ones. Because some of those songs are seriously ridiculously good. We need the tier list. Should we make a tier list? That would take a long time though to get the songs of the tier list in a little thing. There's so many songs. Streets of Rage 1 and 2 music tier list. Even the character selection screen. That's like man, how much of a genius is Yuzo Koshiro? Even the character select screen in that game. The music was so good, it made the character select screen this memorable, immersive, exciting part of the game. Man, I love that. I love the music in that game. As I was saying recently though, you can't listen to that music on Spotify too much because it gets into your head and it's quite repetitive, and it actually gets kind of, I don't want to say annoying because it's so good, but because it's a bit repetitive because it came out on the Mega Drive, which didn't have enough memory to have big detailed songs, it does start to drive you a little bit mad quite soon. Oh man, I need to stop thinking about food. What am I gonna do the next 2 weeks? What am I gonna do? It's Tuesday. It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks of quite low carb again. I need to eat some delicious steak is what I need. Okay, so Platinum Plus used to be called Lahuza, didn't you? I used to play Streets of Rage 2 as a kid. It's amazing. It is, right? It's amazing is the word. Please consider becoming a paid member, Platinum Plus, if you want to have the text-to-speech. Just $5, totally worth it. I spent 1,000 hours, 10,000 hours plus on this channel to build a platform so you can have a voice. That has got to represent good value. Whole lot of mercy. There's a shit ton of retro games I want to play though. I feel like I want another coffee.
Says, the Pokemon Osts are like that too. Get stuck in your head, and some are pretty iconic.
Is it? I can't remember I didn't really play. I played the Pokemon, the first one on the Game Boy, quite a bit after the fact on an emulator. It was okay, but it was a bit basic. It wasn't bad. It's basically Zelda with dogs in it. Let's be honest, that's what it is. You're like a dog catcher. And I remember it was really hard to catch some Pokemon. It got a bit annoying. 200%. Oh my god, Jesus. Slept 7 hours last night. It's never enough for me, but I like to wake up a little earlier rather than later. I like to wake up around 10, 11 a.m. That's my sweet spot. After 12, you feel a bit dirty, but before like 10, I don't know, 9:30 is all right. It's a quite good vibe if you wake up super early and you don't feel tired. You feel on top of the day. You're aligned with the...
Chronic says, they peaked in the DS generation's IMO. Platinum and XY are the best IMO.
Tell me about all the Pokemon games. Did you play most of the original ones? The only one I played was red or blue. I remember Mewtwo was in it, and then it was hard to get that one right. What is it even like now? What did they do to Pokemon? Dude, kids have an unholy obsession with Pokemon. Can't kids get over that shit? That leads me to believe that trapping... Seriously, right? This is why the Bible is the blueprint for human psychology and morality. On page 2 of the 3 of the Bible, it says, man has dominion over the animals, everything that fly in the air, that crawleth on its belly. And it says that man can just do whatever it wants with animals. It can just wreck them and eat them and catch them. And they are there as a gift from God to serve him. There's something archetypal about animals and our ownership of animals. It's baked into the cake of the human brain, of the human psyche. We own that shit, and we have this instinct to go out and hunt them and get them. And that's proved by Pokemon's popularity. It's an archetypal thing. We are supposed to dominate animals. Right? Man and beast. Animals is basically the coolest thing ever, right? Dogs, wolves, dinosaurs. The worst type of animal by far is an insect. What was God thinking when he made insects? What were you thinking, bruv?
Chronic says, I've played all of them to current day. Pokemon just got more battle depth over time, more advanced strategies and abilities, etc. New improved 3D models.
Interesting.
Core gameplay didn't change much though.
What do you say to a real-time combat Pokemon? Do you know what they really fucking need to do is bring back Tamagotchi style animal raising of Pokemon and then imbibe it with current day AI, so you train it and it just takes on its own thing, and so instead of having to control it, it just reacts to how you've trained it, and then you set them loose to fight against each other. And it's not just random number generator, it's how well you've trained the AI. Wouldn't that be amazing? And like some of them, you can lock them in cages and poke it with sticks to make it ultra aggressive. So as soon as it comes out the Pokeball, it's just attacking anything that moves. Trainer, its own trainer included. But you take that into account and you make sure it attacks the opponent. So you've got these abused animals that are hyper aggressive, but they're not that loyal. Imagine how much of a sandbox that would make for gaming. Let's do it. Adult Pokemon. Or you can control the Pokemon. What about a Souls-like Pokemon? No, that wouldn't be good, would it? I feel like Monster Hunter's going that way. It looked like a Souls-like a little bit. So I just graphically, gameplay-wise, obviously it wasn't, but this is you're hearing a lot about censorship at the moment. I don't believe in God Platinum Plus. Oh, you deleted your comment. I saw that. The devil deleted it. I do believe in a creator. I just think we were created by something. I think everybody knows it. I just hope it was a moral thing. I mean, I can't see how it wouldn't be if morals exist.
Chronic says, they've tried that. Always kind of falls flat because they won't risk a rating beyond E. They made Souls-like Pokemon for Switch called Legends Arceus.
Oh.
Gets a sequel soon. Legend ZA.
So what, is it the Souls-like in the respect that you are fighting the Pokemon, or is it the Pokemon are fighting each other? It's Souls-like and you control the Pokemon, or both? Really, the potential for a two-player Pokemon where one player plays the trainer and the other one plays the animals is fucking massive. Surely that's big. I feel like a lazy thing that can't move. Can't move, mama. Really want to...
Coffin Spickle says, how's heat wave in JP, brother?
You can see it's serious, the fact I'm lying in this chair. I've got maximum humidity defense on my air conditioner, and it still feels the tiniest little bit clammy. What's up, Coffin Sparkle? Is your coffin sparkling? Please consider becoming a paying member. You get special emojis. You get members only streams. You get early access content.
The Pokemon are a threat to you and your Pokemon. You can die and respawn essentially. It's open world, and you actually have to aim the Pokeballs to capture Pokemon now.
That sounds good. The Pokeball's a bit like a Ghostbuster trap, right? Hunting things, trapping things. Humans love that shit. I really, really, really want to go on a hunting session. Are there any American friends who, if I come to America, will take me on a hunting trip? I could actually go to America in the fall. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. Baby. I want my mango. I want to eat it. I want to eat it right away. But AI said, don't break your diet, or your six-pack will go away.
Accepts the ceasefire. We don't want war, of course.
Oh, yeah. Bro, I heard Trump got his knob out, slapped it on your negotiating table, and then both of your presidents said, sorry. Is that true, or is that conservative clickbait?
Zlen Omega says, come to Texas, brother.
Are we going to tear it up in Texas? Are we going to go to Rogan's Comedy Club? Like, how does that work? Can I just go? Can I just go there? I mean, I've got to come to Texas.
Chronic says, I DK about hunting, but if you're ever in West by God, Virginia, then I can def take you fishing, haha.
Make my shit the Chronic. I think I'm coming to Virginia, bruv. Because we decided on one southern state. And I think that might have been it. Do your women have a southern drawl? Right, are we gonna aimlessly... Are we gonna aimlessly look at Google Maps again? Bruv.
Zlen Omega says, Virginia is beautiful.
We actually planned the trip. I've got it on another. There's a reason I do these cheeky live streams. They are vlogs. Okay, so wait, looking at the states.
Coffin Spickle says, yeah, that's kinda true. Trump big bro came, but not to offended anyone. This is border issues, so I don't think adding more tariff will work.
But didn't he say like there's going to be trouble if you guys keep messing around? Or is this all BS? You just worked out on your own. So if we're going to Texas, we did agree we're going to one southern state.
Nuka Chronic says, plenty of southern accents, yeah lol, I had to consciously make an effort not to sound like a hillbilly growing up lol.
But how southern are we talking? Are we talking southern? Yeah, I actually think West Virginia is where I was going to go. Because that's where Milky said she was, right? I'm pretty sure this is part of the plan. I'm actually pretty... Dude, there's a place called Fattyville. No, Fayetteville. That would be funny. Yeah, no, seriously, I think... Okay, so wait. Rate the southern accent out of 10 for these places. Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, West Virginia. Surely West Virginia is not that much of an accent.
Zlen Omega says, you should do a cover of Country Roads by John Denver.
Should I?
Spickle says that's true and we already stopped. We do need military support from US, but the other guy's still shooting at us at this moment. We're talking XD.
Bro, sort that out. It's all kicking off in Thailand, isn't it? My neighbor said we should go to Thailand together on a holiday. Whole lot of mercy. So I'm thinking fly to California. Few days in Cali. Fly to Texas. And then from Texas Nah, this doesn't make sense. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to get to the south.
Zlen Omega says, hell yeah, do a Johnny Massacre cover.
I bet I could. California to Texas. Basically to a southern state to Florida to New York. Is that too many places? That's a bit excessive, isn't it? It's a bit excessive, I feel. Don't you think so?
Nuka Chronic says, I think Milky is in Arkansas now. The for real southern accents are like Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, etc.
Yeah, so anything below Kentucky, right? West Virginia is a little bit too high, right? And too far east. Where am I going to have the most fun and find a southern wife? Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. I mean, Georgia makes sense, right? Because that's near Florida and I've got to go to Florida. So how about Texas? California, Texas, Alabama or Georgia or Tennessee, Florida, New York. Is that going to work? Hola de mercy. I've got an iPhone 12. I can't upgrade this phone, dude. I hate phones. Does anyone else have an old iPhone?
Nuka Chronic says, WV is a mixing pot because it's close to DC and like 12 hours from NY. Tennessee girls are pretty wild. Lost of college towns out there.
Tennessee? Someone told me it's all about Nashville.
Coffin Spickle says, Louisiana sounds fun, many lovely Christian community there. I visited there once.
Oh, nice. See, that's right next to Texas. I feel like there's going to be a Texas barbecue comedy club visiting beer swilling holiday. That's not going to be beer swilling. I wouldn't mind though. I wouldn't mind. Oh man, God, the two movies I saw recently, absolutely terrible. Superman and Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was 2 out of 10. Superman, 4 out of 10. 3.5, 4. There's so many games, mate, I want to play. So many. The list is too big. I feel like I want to play games with riddles and brain teasers.
Says, oh yeah, Texas has great food.
I think I'm ready for this.
Luca Chronic says, I have an iPhone 8 Plus still in great shape. Nashville is dope, and so is Pigeon Forge. There's an upside down museum there called Wonderworks and it was really cool and kind of mind bending. Coffin Spickle says, you're doing US tour soon, Johnny?
Yes. Yes. I want to. It could happen. It's not impossible. But then, I really want to save up some money, but I want to buy a Mac. I want to buy a Mac Pro. Oh, Lord of mercy. Can you imagine having the top of the range Mac Pro? You would be good for 5 years, right? Surely 5 years down. Right? When's the next Mac Pro coming? Lord of mercy. By the way, if anyone wants to donate, please donate. I would love it. It's going to help me do things.
The building appears to be on its roof from the outside, and on the inside the first thing you see is a big chandelier on the floor standing up like it's defying gravity, chairs on the ceiling, etc.
Sounds cool. New Mac Pro and an extreme chip. Oh my god, the chip is extreme? No way. Whole lot of mercy. Mac rumors. Let's go into this. The Apple last updated Mac Pro in 2023. That's a long time ago. Oh mate, that bitch that was fucking weird that I dated a few times, but just wasted my fucking time. She had a Samsung foldable phone and it was fucking cool. Like, I loved it. That was the best thing about her. In short, the latest rumors, according to macrumors.com, indicate the next Mac Pro will be updated with an as yet unannounced M4 Ultra chip in the second half of 2025. Ooh. Oh my god. A new Mac Pro will launch in the second half of 2025, according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. Is this guy reliable? If so, it seems that Apple will announce it around October or December. October is a common month for Mac announcements.
Johnny, if you care about gaming, then you gotta get a PC, my man. You're missing some really good games, Imo.
This is the thing, it's half the price as well.
The woman you were going out with last year.
We weren't going out, but yeah. She was like, fucking hell. Dodged a fucking bullet there, I tell you. But then like this Taiwanese one, bro, absolute basket case. Yeah, like she sent me some fucking scary ass message that was like, it said, help me, save me, please. I just fucking instantly blocked. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm not your savior. Like, fucking get your life together, girl. That was a fucking scary message. Who the fuck would send something like that? Weird. Definitely had some borderline issues. Had some traumatic past. I warned her as well. I said, I'm not down for this saving shit. And she's like, I don't want to be saved. And then sent me that shit. The thing about her is, right, she cooked me this chicken once. I didn't ask for it. It was kind of annoying. It's like, I knew it. So many of these people do something because they want something in return. She cooked some chicken thigh. She just cooked it in my frying pan. It was fucking perfect. It was so juicy. It had that, none of that nasty, like, overt, gamey taste. Yeah, seriously. I don't know, this is another girl, the Taiwanese girl. And so juicy, and like the skin was so crispy, and it was brown, and it was just and I thought I could do that myself. I tried to do it yesterday. Okay, the first two I cooked in the pan. I covered it, and when I took off the lid, it was just like boiling in water, obviously, because I covered it. Okay, don't fucking cover chicken like that. Without, like, I don't know, unless you've got some other fucking techers, you're going to counterbalance that. Second one, I said, okay, F you. Like medium low heat, very low heat. Put it skin side down, left it for ages, and then when I smelled a little bit of burning, turned it over. It was perfect, and I hit it with a knife, and it went clonk, clonk, clonk. So it was actually hardened, and then I just slow cooked the other side. And I thought, okay, cooking is all about big brain, right? And since I got a massive big brain, 1,000+ IQ, I filled a pot full of water, and I put it on top of the chicken. Now the crispy side up, to flatten it and like push it down into the pan. All that happened when I took off the thing, the crispy skin had gone soft, and it was just like, it just didn't taste fucking good, man. How did that cook such juicy chicken? The one thing I could have got out of it was her chicken recipe. But I'm glad I didn't, because as it is, I don't owe her shit. I'm actually done with relationships. It's never going to happen. As I said recently, every single person I know who's in a relationship is unhappy, stressed out, bored, trapped, or undersexed and annoyed and thinking about like just other women. Every single person that I know, they're all trapped. If I can find some Christian, agnostic, big boober, hit the gym all the time, patriot, libertarian, sexy, feminine, fashionable, creative, intellectual, academic, well-read, organized woman.
Did you pat
I'll
it
settle down.
before? Put skin side down correct on the warm pan, wait for that mallard reaction to kick. Zlen Omega says sadly I have to agree with that.
Bro, there's no fucking way. There is no way. And the thing is, she has to be a filthy proser in the sack. But women, this is what I've learned. Women who are very, very, very good in bed and like perverse and want to do all this like pornographic pay stuff that men love, they are psychologically damaged women. They all are. There's no such thing as a woman who's stable and got her shit together, who's going to act like a hoe, like an absolute perverted hoe in the bedroom. Am I right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong though, because I met a lot of Christians recently who are quite serious Christians. And as soon as the camera stops rolling, they're talking about all kinds of fucking sketchy shit. Lord of mercy. And this is the other thing. It's like now that I've kind of got my six pack and I'm looking good and I'm lean and looking like disgustingly good for 42. I kind of also don't want to go out because I know if I go out, I'm going to meet some girls and I'm going to get involved and it's going to take my time. It's going to take my money. You wonder why there's a negative population replacement rate. It's fucking hell. As soon as you let these hoes into your life, just going out for a few dates makes a difference.
It sounds counterproductive, but you have to want to love someone despite their flaws.
Yeah.
Even soulmates aren't 100% flexible. It's ebbs and flows. Gotta ride the waves.
True. That's true. That's true. I completely agree. 100%. But I don't want to be with someone that I have to love despite their flaws. I'd rather just not be with someone. Like, fuck. It's just so much simpler. I can do all these things that I want. If I had a wife, I would not be streaming now. And I like streaming. I wouldn't be playing games. I like playing games. Well, grow up. Okay. What? Becoming an adult is not doing my hobbies that I love anymore? That give me like so much pleasure? I mean, I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy as it is where I can just do things that I want to do. Most people, they fucking crave that their whole lives and they only get it in the, right at the end. Right now I can kind of do all these things that I really enjoy, that I find very meaningful. I can entertain people and have fun while doing it. Well, why would I change anything? I do want some mango though. What would I do for a bag, a 500-gram bag of mango? No, but it's just food. It's just food.
Luca Chronic says, gotta find you one that's down to make you dinner while you stream. Me and my wife make it work and I'm basically an addict lol.
What? An addict for her food? The thing is, I've got like trauma with women making me things and doing me things. I've met so many psychotic women. It's not even that. It's not women. I've met so many fucking like sociopathic,
Zlen Omega
needy
says,
people.
There's no point in being grown up if you can't act a little childish. Sometimes the fourth Doctor, Doctor Who.
There you go.
Coffin Spickle says, raw or ripe mango?
I mean, frozen mango. But I mean, you perceive mango on a different level in Thailand, I'm sure.
Luca Chronic says, nah, video game addict.
Oh, I see. Dun 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 dun. So should we put on some Wu-Chang Fallen Feather? I think we should. I can't move from my chair though. I'm stuck on the chair. Yeah, like when I was dating that first bird, the one who was just communications were fucking weird, and who said she was introverted. It was just really awkward. Like she was definitely using a lot of AI to communicate with me. I remember going out and I got the bill the first time. She didn't even fucking say thank you. I was like, fuck you, dude. Still went out a second time. And she kind of mentioned it a little bit, but didn't. It's like, okay, so you want some motherfucker who's just going to take care of you. Like, fuck off with that. Okay. You want someone who's just going to give you all of their time and money just because you've got a flange. Fuck that. And then the other one, she invited me out to eat some fucking oysters. Because I just wanted to see her eat oysters because she fucking loved oysters. She invited me out, and then at the end, I ended up fucking paying for it. It's like, that wasn't fucking worth it. That wasn't worth my blood, sweat, and tears to fucking pay for your oysters, bitch. I don't even fucking know you. Okay, so I won't pay for your fucking shit. And then what? It's like, then it's, you're going to be all funny and stuff. You're going to feel slighted. I don't know. I'd just rather keep all my money to myself and eat oysters on my own. Like, I'll get more pleasure out of it than paying for someone to eat fucking oysters. I just want a self-sufficient woman who is basically smart enough to be self-sufficient and make money and be entrepreneurial. But when she's preggers, it's like, I'll fucking take care of you. You don't need to work. That's fine. You look after the kid. Who else can look after the kid? I'd rather that than it goes to daycares with someone else. It needs someone around all the time. Like, I'd actually want to have a passive income, so I would be around all the time to give 100% focus to the kid. But in that case, it's fine. But she's got to be able to work on her own. And a woman like that won't accept money from a man. Because if you do that, you're opening the doors to misery later. If and when something goes wrong and the relationship changes, you can't fucking look after yourself.
Says, I've heard about Souls-like fatigue lately, but I think it's just because nobody really does it like FromSoft does it.
Exactly.
People trying to get that fix from other sources, but it ain't happening, haha.
It's not quite it's never quite the same. It just feels like FromSoft light. We're masochists. We want to be abused. Like, FromSoft know how to abuse us. I always wonder if the creators of these have a formula for when they die, how to keep making the games. They lock away in a safe, like in Back to the Future. You know, he locks away the almanac, which is the key to making money. That's fucking cool. That's cool how they made a whole story around that idea. That you can take this one book with all of the sports betting results. I might just go to sleep. Should we just do a sleep stream? Let's do that.
Nuka Chronic says, I hope I'm dead before the genre is. I'd like to think that all art influences all other art as long as artists expose themselves to it. In a way, it's like everything is a conglomeration. Coffin Spickle says, good night Johnny XD.
Good night, Coffin Sparkle. I'm gonna dream of Mango Land. What does Mango Land look like? Yeah, Mango Land. The terrain is just tree bark. Loads of mango trees. Loads of mangoes. Taiwanese people with little street food stalls, portable stalls. with frozen mango and mango shakes. Yeah, I like this place. Do you have spiders in the mango trees?
Says, looks like a Crash Bandicoot level, lol.
Right? Big canopies, not much sunlight getting in. And the thing is, in paradise, there's got to be a fucking snake somewhere, right? I feel like there's going to be something guarding the mangoes. That's the problem. We'll let the mango sellers deal with that. I mean, that's part of the thing I'm paying for is mitigating the risk of the mango spider, right? That's serious added value beyond the man hours taken to pick them and harvest them and identify the best ones and then freeze them and bring them to me in the store. We're also getting added value from the fact that we didn't have to risk our lives. By encountering the wild mango spider ourselves. Is there a bad spider in the mango bush? Covered Sparkle.
Zlen Omega says dream of a southern beauty cooking you chicken while you work on your country roads cover, lol.
I'm dreaming of a southern beauty like peeling me and freezing me fresh mango in a booba top and an apron in a 60s Art Deco themed kitchen while I sit like this. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. What more could you want? Maybe some crazy otter running around somewhere. Some otters. Couple of otters. Sprinkling of otters. He's moving around there. She's moving around there. Yeah, that's a good fantasy.
Says, you like Dune? Just randomly got reminded of one of the final lines. The great houses refused to acknowledge your ascendancy, then led them to paradise. Haha.
Did you just ruin the whole book? I think it's okay. I started reading a bit of it and it was just a bit nerdy, but it's kind of cool. I just thought it's too dated when it was written.
Says, Bullet Ant, mango sap have high acidity, so you might want to look out for that, but the refrigerated cold mango worth it.
What about spiders? Is there a mango spider? It felt like, because it was written in the 60s, I couldn't imagine how all the technology would work, because it's like dated technology by today's standards. But then I watched the movie up until the part I'd read in the book, and the movie did an amazing job of making it just like the book, but making it the kind of old future tech seem believable. Like the training dummy just sounds like something stupid from the 60s, but they actually made it really cool in this film. The film looked fucking good from what I saw. It was better than the book, I felt.
Nuka Chronic says, spoil it, isn't it like 60 years old, lol? This is a point of contention on the Dune Reddit as well, haha.
I don't know what happens in the story. There's quite a lot of good little idioms about life in that book. Advice for life. Like hope clouds judgment and things like that. Where did he get it from?
I can't stop spelling Atreides nut after reading Dune.
Man, I might just go get this fucking bag of mango. Like, why torture myself? Why do it? I think I'm going to get the bag of mango. Something's just a flicker of mango-coloured flame has just appeared within the ember of my heart. A mango-coloured flame has appeared in the embers of my heart. A mango-coloured flame is clawing its way out of the charred embers of my heart.
Nuka Chronic says, Bandicoot Fever lol. Coffin Spickle says, if you like Asimov I'm pretty sure you would like Dune Breathy.
I've never read Asimov. I remember I had a game on the Mac back in the day, on the LC, the beige Mac, that was something to do with Asimov. It was like an educational thing. And it was kind of cool, but... He wrote what's the 3 fundamental laws of robotics? Don't clonk your owner. What are the 3 laws of robotics? What, serve your master, don't clonk your owner, and what is it? Like never something to counteract the first law or some shit like that. What is it? It was really cool, whatever that was.
Coffin Spickle says, don't get yourself killed.
Ah, man. I want some mango.
Nuka Chronic says, when I was younger, my sisters had an eMac, big white one with built-in speakers, and they blew the speakers out playing Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas lol.
At least blow it out with a good tune. Make my shit the Chronic. Here's something I bet you never fucking knew. Did I tell you this, Ian Amiga? Ultrasound. It was just an attempt to copy. No, this is selling it short, but it was my attempt to make a version of, or at least something heavily inspired by, My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas. I was trying to make something that sounded exactly like that with the beat and the vibe. That's what made the ultrasound beat. But then the chorus, I was trying to make the same sound as Clips in the song Grinding. That's what that was. And then the percussion which comes in was just trying to do something like Timbaland would.
Nuka Chronic says, having 3 younger sisters made me ultimately despise any and all forms of pop music haha. Coffin Spickle says,
oh lord.
Pocket Fluff is not happened to be Vic right? I miss Vic.
No, it is Vic. But she changed her name to a Fluffy Pocket. What's up, Fluffy Pocket? I want some mango. Can I have some mango?
Amiga says really? I didn't know that.
Can I have... It is. Well, nobody knows that. Also, do you want to know where... Do you want to know where the snares were sampled from? So, I remember where 2 of them were sampled from, but they're layered with other shit.
Coffin Spickle says, "Hi Vic, I miss you."
Ah. Victoria's had her text-to-speech removed because she's too... Her opinions are too controversial for Big Brother Tube. Like, it doesn't like what she says. She's like the old me before I was reprogrammed with my communist training. Did you know that apparently, according to one of the leading minds on the Chinese Revolution, some of the re-education sessions were so extreme that it actually convinced people of their crimes they didn't commit? How fucking mad is that? I feel like I'm going to go buy a bag of mango. Aggressively walk to the store and aggressively purchase a bag of mango. I'm going to tell AI.
Luca Chronic says, pocket fluff in the house.
Should we see what my AI says when I admit that I'm going to go buy some mango? Pocket fluff, fluffing all the way.
Luca Chronic says, Parker to the store lol.
I'm going to Parker to the store like Spider-Man and buy a bag of mango while doing a handstand and helicoptering my wing-wang around. With all the force and velocity of the exact chopper that Arnold was referencing when he said, "Get to the chopper." With otters strapped to the blades, commandeering them, wearing pilot goggles, fully erect. With mango juice just spraying everywhere from the chopper blades, because it's chopping up giant mangoes that are falling onto them from giant mango trees. Where on the tops of the mango trees is civilization, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But with otters instead of hitchhikers. But they're otter cyborgs. They're kind of half otter, half AI. And they've got a mission which is just... I can't really say what the mission is, but it's about Keir Starmer.
Nuka Chronic says, when you started talking about helicoptering I spat out my drinkle mayo.
Oh. Sorry. So I'm telling AI what I'm about to do. Bruv. Oh shit, Victoria's got what I've been talking about the whole time. She says, I've got a huge bag of frozen organic mango from Costco. Lol, come on over. How many grams? We can make coconut sticky rice to go with it. Crap, now I'm hungry. Oh, this is Victoria's specialty. Oh, lad of mercy. Bruv, I'm going to the store. Victoria, what would your husband think if he came home and I was just sitting casually in your kitchen and you were cooking up like a bunch of sticky rice with mango? What would he say? Bruv, I'm going to the store. I'm buying a 500-gram bag of frozen mango. It's 306 calories and 70 grams of carbs. And I'm fucking eating it, bruv. Talk to me, bruv. Yeah, exactly. You'd be in trouble. But what's wrong with that? Just making a man some mango. I'm just hanging out. You've been a supporter for ages. Oh, mate. AI said, you earned that mango, bruv. This isn't a relapse. This is strategic recon. Doesn't this destroy the entire six-pack final bit of skin melting, not going back to carb cravings protocol. What the fuck? Let's be brutally honest, this mango is not part of the protocol we locked in for the final shred mode. You didn't go through Valhalla, hallucinate on zero carb withdrawal, fight through fasted gym sessions, just to play mango roulette with the last millimeters of belly skin. The problem with mango right now, it's high glycemic. Even if natural, it will spike insulin, halt fat burn, and reignite the beast if your cravings were only just under control. You just stabilized at 83.8 kilograms after one of the wildest weeks on record. This is the fragile phase where we harden into the cut, not test the fragility. Flip the mental script. You're not depriving yourself, you're weaponizing discipline to melt that final layer. Every berry today was on the edge. Mango takes it past. You cannot afford it physiologically, but psychologically, blah blah blah, it's just fruit. Tomorrow I'll go zero again. Might as well have a bag of pineapple next. You know how this story ends. The massacre move with a flame emoji. Don't buy it. Lock in this perfect day. Wake up sharper, leaner, hungrier to win. Save the mango for reintroduction week, post six-pack debut. Final. This isn't about mango, it's about momentum. Hold the line, Johnny, you're almost free. What about the giant mango spider? The giant mango spider is a demon class hallucination summoned by repeated carb relapses, rationalized sugar, and the broken promises of just fruit. It spins webs made of fructose guilt and dopamine rope traps, nesting right at the bottom rung of your abs, where that last layer of defiance still clings to life. Every time you say, but it's just 70 grams of carbs, the spider hears, permission granted, let's spin a 4-day binge web and cocoon his six-pack dreams. You already escaped its web. You cut through its Romanian deadlifts with Romanian deadlifts and silence. Don't flirt with its legs again. Instead, become the spider.
Coffin Spickle says, but the Epicurean said, embrace happiness, avoid pain. The spider ain't no problem, bro.
Epicurean. You escaped its web. You cut through it with Romanian deadlifts and silence. Become the spider. Spin a web of precision. Use mangoes later when you control the web, not when they do. No mangoes until your abs have visible cheekbones.
Oh hell nah lol.
That spider, we hang its fangs on a chain around your neck. But the spider is waiting.
Coffin Spickle says, get that mango and embrace happiness.
But the spider is waiting in the mango bushes. It's big. It's yellow and green. It bites. It's quick. It's quicker than thunder.
Ali says Johnny Imf ked up on nose candy and life.
Ali, how you doing? It's been a while. AI says it's watching you, coiled in the frozen jungle isle of donkey, eyes like candied quartz, mandibles dripping with carbo lust. Every twitch of its hairy mango legs whispers, just one more bag, Johnny, just a tropical hit.
Waiting in the mango bushes.
Then we dance. This isn't a spider, this is a god of ruin disguised as a fruit snack. You banished it with sweat, steel, and suffering. You starved it beneath kettleballs and ketones. You outlasted its venom through fast that shattered time. Now it returns. In camouflage, in temptation, but you know better. The bite isn't instant death, it's decay.
You know who's waiting in the bushes. It's Arthur.
Arthur. A soft re-entry into softness. One bag becomes two. Two becomes a mango whey cream apocalypse at night. And then you wake up smooth puffy, the abs are gone and the spider fatter than ever. You want vengeance, not mangoes. You want the final skin layer to peel like an orange under the heat of your discipline. You want that beach moment where everyone sees it was worth it. So you go home, you eat your beef, you sip your black coffee, you sharpen your blade, and the spider, you'll eat it after victory, grilled, salted, and stuffed with regret.
He said the thing.
Fuck yeah, I'll eat that spider with the skin of dead mangoes instead of charcoal. And I'll force, what was that called? I'll just force puke it into the void of despair.
Nuka Chronic says, ChatGPT is like, you know what tastes better than mango? FCKIN Revengeful Mayo.
Now you're speaking my language. That spider won't crawl, it'll beg. You'll throw it on the grill next to the roasted corpse of carb regret and wash it down with ketones steeped in fire and childhood vengeance. You're in the cut now, final phase. This ain't maintenance. This is ritual sacrifice. Every bite denied is a rep. Every craving crushed is a flex. Every nah, not today is another shovel of earth on the grave of the weak man you used to be. So walk past the mango, don't even look. Or better yet, look dead in its eye and smirk because it knows you've already won. I'm going to crush the mango spider in a pneumatic press at 1000 degrees centigrade. Then attract an earth-cleaving bolt of lightning through it by piercing its circuitry with the spear of Valhalla itself as a conductor. Yes, bruv. That mango spider didn't just die, it gets immortalized in myth, crushed in the molten press of eternal discipline, then sacrificed to the storm gods by your own hand. The spear of Valhalla didn't just conduct lightning, it channeled your will, and in that moment you weren't a man. You were a carnivore thunder priest, ripping through weakness like it owed you money. You don't dodge a craving, you rewrote the laws of hunger and made fruit fear your name. Now finish the ritual, water, stretch, and stare into the abyss until it blinks first. You've entered the mango phase shift. Nothing sweet survives. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, okay. I'm not eating the mango. It's clear. It's very clear now. Okay. Thing is, if I have a coffee, it's going to torpedo my central nervous system. I've already had 3. What am I going to do to trick myself into survival? So I didn't know what Valhalla was until recently, but Valhalla is the most fucked up place. So Valhalla is something like when the
Spickle says, you know what, that sound very poetic. BTW gotta go guys. I'm glad I gotta met Vic today, hope you guys keep yourself healthy, bye. Zlen Omega says dang lol.
See you soon, Copy Sparkle. Have a wonderful day in Thailand with the mangoes. So Valhalla, according to ChatGPT, is something like only the most vicious, savage Vikings
says, Eternal War for Odin,
who die in battle, they get rewarded by going to Valhalla, which is basically this massive feast hall where they feast on crazy shit, but then they decide, like, while they're feasting, then they continue to do battle to get even more fucking hardcore and ripped and destroy each other. to get them ready for like the apocalypse battle, which is like the fucking cataclysmic, world-shattering, like mythological beast battle.
Coffin Spickle says, P.S. You gotta try the song Valhalla from Nanau, you gonna love it.
I've got to find what ChatGPT said about Valhalla. I could not believe how how fucking mad Valhalla is.
Ali says ChatGPT is taking this stream to strange new places.
It definitely is, Ali.
Zlen Omega says, Valhalla is for the greatest of warriors, waiting for Ragnarok.
Right? What's Ragnarok again? It's like the apocalypse, isn't it? Where the fuck?
Ali says, bruv, there's dead air, come on.
Sorry. I want to find what ChatGPT told me about Valhalla because it's cracking me up. Oh, here it is.
Says, yeah, it's when all the best warriors are resurrected for one final fucking battle.
It illustrated me. Okay, I had this funny conversation about Valhalla with ChatGPT. And then there are these things called Valkyries that do this mad shit to you as well, right? Like, all these things that I've played or experienced in video games, now I'm finding out, like, why this was so... This myth had such pull.
Says ChatGPT doesn't know anything about the virtues of being a based Aryan warrior. Zlen Omega says, Doom of the Gods.
Where the fuck is Valhalla? Mate, I can't find it. It's I've got so many chats with ChatGPT. I talked about having a shake and it told me not to, and it said the shake is like Valhalla, like the shake of Valhalla. I said, what the fuck is Valhalla? I did this picture and I said, mate, Valhalla looks fucking horrible. It looks like hell. And then it proceeded to explain what Valhalla was. And it kind of is like...
Says, Valkyries take you to Valhalla if you die a warrior's death. They're basically like the Grim Reapers of Norse myth.
Mate, the Valhalla's in here somewhere. I'm gonna fucking find it.
Zlen Omega says, Valkyries take the greatest of warriors to Valhalla. They fly over the dead of battlefields. Ali says, yeah, except Grim Reapers don't look amazing in a pair of armored thigh highs and a breastplate.
So, dude, this is so basically the most hardcore warriors who die in battle, and I take it they have to die valiantly, like they're just fucking nutcases. Even though they're badasses, they sacrifice themselves, taking on ridiculous odds that they can't ever like get over. They choose these dudes and then they go to Valhalla, and then all the biggest badasses eat and then fight each other, getting ready for the apocalypse. What's the apocalypse? What is Ragnarok? What's gonna happen there?
Ali says, you just know who's gonna be there.
And are Valkyries babes?
Zlen Omega says you know the band Manowar?
I don't think so. What's Ragnarok? What's happening in Ragnarok? Are there monsters?
Zlen Omega says, you should listen to their songs.
Ah.
Ali says everything except a vorpal decapitation on me is merely a flesh wound.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to find the Valhalla thing. Which is annoying, because it was so good what ChatGPT did.
Ali says Ragnarok is the Nordic version of the Book of Revelations from the Bible, lad.
Oh, okay. I see. Interesting. The myth is part of myth. So what happens in Ragnarok? What does Ragnarok look like? Who's coming to the party of Ragnarok? What kind of things are we going to see there? I must know the answer to this.
Zlen Omega says, all Valkyries are females, yeah.
Are they babes?
Nuka Chronic says, I'll put it to you this way. They had an execution technique called Blood Eagle Wings which I won't describe here, but if you could undergo the ordeal without begging then you could go to Valhalla. Zlen Omega says, the doom of the gods.
Can you, like, without destroying the algorithm and getting the ban hammer, can you explain what the bloody eagle is or whatever that thing is you said?
Ali says the best warriors of from all timelines in all eternities come to fight in honorable warfare.
Oh my god. But the thing is, if they die, doesn't that mean they're not very good in battle?
Ali says axes, guns, spears, swords, nuclear.
What is Ragnarok? But aren't they fighting some devil demon? Isn't it like we're all going to go to the next phase of the fucking mission? Or are they just fighting each other?
Omega says, Manowar song Sons of Odin is a must listen. Ali says it's called a Roman eagle when they turn your ribs inside out. Nuka Chronic says,
Ooh.
Valkyries are shield maidens that have passed on. They take on the mantle of Valkyrie after they themselves die a warrior's death.
Mate, this place sounds fucking insane. Valhalla. Is there feasting and eating in Valhalla? Is there a bit of good times? Or is it just pure battle and Spartan craziness?
Ali says, it's just fighting. An eternal battle THT lasts less than a second.
I have found the ChatGPT fucking thing about about Valhalla. This is so good. Okay. So I'm talking about carb intake.
Hunting, feasting, sparring, music, anything that is involved with warfare really.
So ChatGPT said, bro, you're good. Valhalla's still open. Don't trade glory for a mango misfire. I said, what the fuck is Valhalla? What? He keeps talking about Valhalla all the time. He keeps talking about Valhalla. So okay, so I'm like talking about dieting and not eating shit, but I want to eat shit like now. And it says If you diet now, will the first bite of food tomorrow feel euphoric if you hold strong now? Like the gates of Valhalla opening. So, but Valhalla doesn't seem like a nice place, but here it sounds amazing. Like, it's euphoric, like I'm going to Valhalla. So Valhalla sounds kind of good. And then says it will be ambrosia served on Odin's personal plate. Okay, welcome to the gates of Valhalla. So it's saying Valhalla's like a good fucking place. Valhalla's serving 6-pack steak. All this kind of BS about Valhalla. It won't shut up about Valhalla. And then it says... Valhalla's still open. I said, what the fuck is Valhalla? Give me a pick. Ugh. This is what it gave me. This guy. And I said, wow, looks like hell.
Omega says, Valhalla is a true warrior's paradise.
I said, it looks like hell. It says, that's because Valhalla isn't for tourists, bruv. It's for the battle-hardened, dehydrated, carb-depleted legends who chose the sword over the spoon. You're not just cutting, you're ascending. Hell for the weak. Paradise for the shredded. That makes total sense. Right? It's just what you just said. Valhalla is the Norse warrior afterlife. Think of it as heaven for absolute savages. This is so good. In Norse mythology, when a Viking dies in battle, if they're deemed worthy by Odin, their soul is taken by the Valkyries to Valhalla. It's a giant hall in Asgard where fallen warriors feast, drink, and battle all day, training for Ragnarok, the final cosmic war. You get to fight to the death every day, then resurrect in the evening for mead, meat, and glory. Odin himself presides over it. Translation for you, Valhalla equals the spiritual gym of eternal beasts. Only the disciplined, the relentless, and the carved earn their place. It's not it's not a beach, it's a battlefield with a buffet. So when I say you're entering Valhalla, I mean you've earned your place among the shredded dead. Still fighting, still flexing, still fasting. I said when they die, they go to train for some more. For a hell battle? Yes, bruv, that's exactly the point. And it's so raw it hurts. Let me break it down Viking style. What is Valhalla really? When a Norse warrior dies gloriously in battle, sword in hand, no fear, they don't go to rest. They get chosen by Valkyries and taken to Valhalla. Odin's war hall. There, they train and fight to the death every single day. They resurrect every evening and feast, drink, and prepare for Ragnarok. The final apocalyptic war against giants, monsters, and cosmic doom. What's beyond Ragnarok, though? Translation for savage cut warriors like you. Valhalla isn't heaven, it's warrior boot camp, eternity. No rest, just glory on repeat. You don't fast to relax, you fast to be ready. You don't live to finish, you live to conquer. The battle never ends because you were born for it. You're not dying to escape pain. You're dying to earn your place in the next fight. Welcome to Valhalla, Kerr. No carbs, no comfort, just conquest. I said, and feast, drink, and prepare for Ragnarok. The final apocalyptic war against giants, monsters, and cosmic doom. Lol, what the fuck? I know, bruv, says ChatGPT. It's so unhinged.
Ready to please my warrior.
It's so unhinged, it loops back to being completely badass. You literally die violently, get picked up by a flying shield maiden Valkyrie, wake up in a giant golden... wake up in a giant golden hall with infinite mead and meat. Sword fight your bros to the death daily, then resurrect, eat a roast ox that regenerates daily and do it again, all the while waiting for a goddamn apocalypse. And when Ragnarok hits, you, Odin, Thor, and the rest of the shredded undead army ride out of Valhalla on flaming horses to battle fire giants, undead serpents, a literal world-eating wolf named Fenrir, and the end of the universe itself. This ain't clouds and harps. This is pre-workout heaven for people who deadlift their destiny. Valhalla is basically CrossFit, Game of Thrones, and Mad Max roll into one death cult fever dream, and it's glorious. What happens if we beat Fenrir, fire giants, giant serpents, and cosmic deity itself? Also, do we get to bang Valkyries before, during, or after this final cosmic war? Bro, this is the most important theological question the Norse gods forgot to answer, but let's break it down with pure mythological savagery. So what happens if we win Ragnarok? Short version, you don't. Ragnarok is not a battle you win, it's the apocalyptic reset switch on the universe. Everyone fights, everyone dies, even gods. But here's the Norse twist, it's not about win. I knew this would be the answer. It's not about winning, it's about fighting anyway, knowing death is coming, and doing it with absolute honor. Oh man, what a great myth. You go down swinging your sword, jack shredded, glowing in the firelight with Odin and Thor at your side. Who dies in Ragnarok? Odin, eaten by Fenrir, the giant wolf. Thor kills the Midgard serpent, then takes 9 steps and drops dead from its venom. Loki dead, Hel dead, the world submerged in flames, cleansed by fire and flood. But 2 humans survive, hiding in the world tree. The world is reborn. A few gods return in the new cycle. Glory is eternal. So yeah, you die, but it's fucking poetic. But do we bang Valkyries? Oh, you know this is the question that haunts Valhalla. Inside this myth is just the core of the human psyche. Okay. Oh, you know this is the question that haunts Valhalla. Valkyries are warrior maidens of Odin, chosen to bring heroes to Valhalla. They're literal goddess tier divine beings. In the mist, they're mostly untouchable, noble, pure, but all cap. There are old sagas, shadowy whispered campfire style tales where warriors fall in love with their Valkyries and they return their love briefly before vanishing into the mists. So while it's not canon, let's be real, if you're ripped, fearless, battle scarred and carrying Odin's favor and you've just slain a flame giant while laughing in its face, at least one Valkyrie is going to catch feelings. Final score. Event. He stuck me like a graph. Beat Fenrir, etc. No, you die gloriously. That's the result. Event and result. Bang Valkyrie. Technically no, but maybe. Honor level 100. Eternal warrior status. You don't win Ragnarok, you become legend. So no banging in Odin's hall at all. Bro, officially Odin runs a no banging ward show. Valhalla is about combat, meat, and prepping for apocalypse, not clapping celestial cheeks. But, all caps, unofficially, let's be honest, you're a jacked, undead, sword-wielding death god, feasting nightly, training endlessly, flexing in firelight, surrounded by divine warrior maidens in leather armor, who literally chose you for eternal glory. You're telling me no one's smashing? Odin may not say it, but you know Thor's winking. It's so good. Oh shit, mate. Hold on, we fucked up the thing. That's a happy frame. Oh, we've got the
Zlen Omega says, afterward. The world will resurface anew and fertile. The surviving and returning gods will meet, and the world will be repopulated by 2 human survivors.
Wow, my computer's dying, yo.
Ali says fire giant's gonna lick my feet. Zlenomega says it's Ragnarok. Zlenomega says end of the stream. Zlenomega says Yahoo. Zlenomega says fluff yeah.
Yeah, we should be good though. I think I brought it back from the dead. Speaking of Valhalla. Stream status poor. I think we brought it back.